I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and start going through the website. Vanya, if I need to slow down or if there's a lot of questions, I can't see the chat while I'm doing this. So, Vanya, can you just speak up if someone's like got questions we got to slow down?
Sure.
All right. Thank you. Okay. As everyone knows, this is our website. Everything here is going to be on the viewing of my wife's account, Branda. So if I have to hop off the sharing the screen, that's because I have personal information on here or she does. So I just want to go through this and kind of walk through every segment one more time, and we can talk about some things that have changed since the last time we were here. One, we are obviously able to go to different languages. We can set the products up like that. I'm going to keep it in English here though. And with the USD, I just want to make sure everyone knows that that is a feature. Going into the products have the update here for RPS. You can add to the RPS cart from here. It'll pull up a mini cart, which you can add and remove. This is this shows the actual 10% off that you get for the RPS. So I'll take that off because I don't want that in my cart right now. As we do this, you'll see no shipping because that is what we had for the RPS. I've already been a member. Their VAT for the taxes shows up here. And if you need to, you can go to the full cart. We'll do that in a second. So refresh here. Going back to all products. Any questions so far? We'll keep going down then.
Okay.
RPS benefits are clearly stated here on this next page. And then when Marty gets on here, he can talk about this, but we are going to completely revamp these next sections to make it better for the customer service, or sorry, customer outlook. I'm going to stop sharing for a second so I can go to the account section, which I think is probably the most important. So on this page, you can see previous orders. I'm not going to click in here because it shows my address, but if you click into the order, you will be able to download a CSV file for that order. So you can download the invoice for the order on this page. I know that was one of the biggest questions for our ambassadors to make sure that they can have their orders and invoices for that. Also, I want to point out on the customer section, when you're here in the ambassador portal, if you go to the team members, you can now export this level 1 data into a CSV file and it'll pull up all the data for those people. Please note you cannot download the data of level 2 and below. That's how it was in the previous website. That's obviously for personal data protection. I do want to go back to one more thing real quick. Oh, sorry. The wallet, you can also download transactions. That's a new update as well from the last time we did this. So as I'm here, if I go to transactions, I can export a CSV file and again, download that data. Coupons and tokens. One of the biggest questions we had was, how do I know when it was used? It'll show you the order that they were used on, and that's how you know the coupons were used. Okay. Vanya, how are we doing for questions?
Great so far.
Perfect. I see a lot of questions are being asked here. Daniela, where can I find my tracking number? So tracking numbers are automatically updated. Let's see if I can show this. If you click into the order, the tracking number will be automatically added into the order area. Obviously, there is no tracking number until the order has gone out, though. Hope that makes sense. So until the shipping warehouse has packaged it up, and then go into the shipping station, that's where we can't go. And then, yes, so Jill's question is, new customers can't see RPS until the account's created. That was how it was in the last website as well. No one can have an RPS, which is a Root Prime subscription service account, without having an account first. It's like putting the buggy in front of the horse. It doesn't work that way. That's how it was in the last website as well. We can't have it. You can't create an RPS before the account's created. And then I do want to do a tutorial on RPS, but I don't know how much I can share on my screen. RPS has been updated, and I want to share what that looks like now. And I'll walk through the whole checkout process too, for a regular order on the screen as well. So something crazy that just happened, we can now update to today's date. So if you remember before, I've already had my February order, but if I didn't have my February order already, I can now update to today's processing date. Let me get back to where I was though. And doing this will save it. Once you continue down here, let me get past this. The processing date is here, and I can change it if it wasn't already on my order because I just had one process. So this is the next order date. The biggest question I've had so far is how do I apply wallet money and how do I know that's working? If you notice what I'm typing here, automatically applies here. And then if I try to go too far, it'll go to the max available. The max available is obviously just the amount that I'm paying. If I go to all products, someone's asking about adding coupons. So once it's here, check this out just for the sake of everything. Once I'm here, I can apply wallet funds. Once it goes through this process, which is going slow right now, it'll take me to the next screen, which allows me to put discount codes in or coupon codes. I have to refresh my screen. Oh, there it goes. People were asking about the free shipping. This is automatically applied to anyone that's on active RPS. These are the two in between orders. And then if I don't want my wallet, let's say I come to this page, this is the wallet. Boom. Now the wallet goes away, the order total comes up. So if you've gotten past that screen, you're like, you know what, I changed my mind. I don't want to have the wallet applied in there. You don't have to. Then of course the discount code here can apply for that order. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so I can read some of the messages. We'll take some time here for people who have questions. Please raise your hand if you want questions too. That way Giovanni can get the chat and I can do the questions up here. Yes, Kathy Joe.
I have tried many times to put my RPS shipping date back to where it has been ever since. But for some reason it wanted to default to like back to the 28th. And I finally got it to the 2nd of March, but for some reason it will not let me take it to the 3rd. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Have you already, so the only thing I can think of is when you're going through that checkout process, you're not going all the way through and clicking save.
Yeah, I did. It says successfully saved. Next processing date is 302, and that's not what I did. I changed it to the 3. I hit the green check mark. It says successfully saved. But then it still goes back. It defaults back to the 2nd, which I never made it go to the 2nd. It's been flip-flopping and I never changed it, but it just happened from the new website.
Perfect. Can you send me a video of you doing that?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I will. Thanks.
And actually, this is a great segue from that before we keep going.
Mhm.
If you have personal issues, make sure you don't put those into, let's say we have chats for platinums and silvers. Anytime there's personalized information for you or a client or a customer you might have, do not share that publicly. And anytime you have an issue that's like, let's say you can't click save or discount's not applying or your wallet's not working correctly, whenever you email myself, Duquesne or Vanya, please send us the screenshot or a video of you going through that process because a lot of the times it could either be user error or it could be a bug. But we can't fix the bug and we can't help the user error unless we see the actual problem. We've had a lot of people reach out, obviously, over the past week and a half, but we can't do anything about it unless you give us details about it. Just sending us an email with basic information does not help. So just going forward. And then going to the next question, Tia.
I don't have a field where I can put my token into.
That discount code is where you put the token into.
Was ist das denn?
So on the checkout screen, this is where you put the token. Click apply. Discount code is the same thing for tokens.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Any more questions? I do want to say, because I'm seeing this in the comments, right now we're trying to get it to where discount codes that we are making as a company can be stacked, but coupon codes, sorry, RPS tokens right now, it's underway to be fixed to make sure they can stack as well. So you can use multiple ones. Petra?
Yes, I have a problem to find my wallet.
Okay.
Und
We
wie
can
viele Punkte ich da drauf habe?
Oh, hold on one second. You can speak in your native tongue. I'll be able to hear it.
Also ich finde meine Geldbörse nicht und weiß nicht, wie viel ich jetzt im Wallet habe.
So the wallet feature is there. Are you saying you can't find the wallet at all? Meaning you don't know where it is? Or are you saying you don't have the information showing here?
Genau. Es zeigt mir die Info nicht vom Wallet, also ich sehe es nicht ich habe es dann eingegeben unter Search Results, also ich habe es eingegeben unter Wallet und da steht keine Resultate gefunden für Wallet.
So remember that's in the My Account section. So make sure you're logged in and you're going here to the account and you can find the wallet here. It's in the back end.
Ja, ich bin eingeloggt. Okay, ich werde es nochmal versuchen.
Yes.
Rechts
Danke.
oben auf dein Männchen gehen.
Rechts oben auf mein Männchen gehen. Okay.
Yes, so if you're clicking on that means you have not signed in.
Danke.
Yes, no problem. Wendy, we'll go to the next one.
Got it.
Hello. I just put a screenshot in the chat. All of my orders just say confirmed. They don't have delivered. They don't have tracking numbers. I keep getting told check for tracking numbers, but it just says confirmed. When I click into that, it still just shows download invoice, but it doesn't show delivered. It doesn't show a tracking link at all.
Yes. The ones in the screenshot you just sent are before the website migration, meaning that was from the old website, so it just shows there on your order page. The new website, so any new order you do that processes will have the updated information. It's because they don't exist, so we had to pull the old data over. Which, to answer some questions, if people are missing some orders, it's because the migration to the old website or from the old website. So anytime you reach out to customer support, we can find those orders for you.
Thank you.
I'm seeing a bunch of questions about. Oh, Jennifer, you want to go ahead and go?
Hi, yes, hi Dylan, and hi guys. In regards to an order that was during the migration, if I need an invoice for that for me to submit to my HSA account, how do I go about doing that?
We can pull one. If you just talk to customer support, we could easily pull one for you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. We could also take a screenshot of the order from our page too and send it to you. It'll be very easy. We can do that. Jill, I'm assuming.
Yep, it's Jill. Sorry, I'm driving. Okay,
You're good.
so the biggest roadblock that my team is having and the most conversation we are having is about how to send somebody to sign up for an account with our referral link linked and then ensure that they are in fact signed up. I just don't feel like we have a great checks and balances. And I think that's coming. Like I know the new members thing is coming, but that was over the weekend, there was a lot of conversation about that.
Yes. Okay, so let me go through this real quick. One, oh shoot, the dogs. Let me. Sorry about that. The dogs in the office are rowdy. So in this section, the one thing I've been asked, so there's two parts I want to answer this, is how do customers who just sign up, how do they know who their ambassador is? Because they don't see the ambassador portal, they see how to become an ambassador as steps. What we're going to do is we're going to put in the My Account section or the My Profile section, they're going to see their sponsor. So the customer now will be able to see the sponsor soon. That's in the works right now. And then two, you can now search for your customers that my team that we mentioned before. So when you come here, you should be able to search this. If you don't see them, there might have been an issue with their signing up. And then obviously, as we all know, over the past few years, anytime you have a sign up that messes up, all you have to do is reach out to customer support and we can move those. And during this time, we've actually moved that from 7 days to 30 days.
Okay. So the search is only for your first level currently.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys are going to update that, but
Cannot do that.
okay. So we used to be able to search roots and branches, right? But now, so we're only going to be able to ever search first level.
No, so you'll be able to do team performance in here, and you'll be able to see
Okay.
team members inside that team member. You just won't be able to pull, oh, that's her mom. You just won't be able to pull their data the same way because we were actually doing that a bit. You'll be able to do more, but you can't pull past your level 1 as a CSV.
Right. But I just want to be able, so what used to happen was when we had the new members, if somebody said to me, I can't find so-and-so, they just signed up, I can't find them, I would teach them how to go to new members, or I would be able to see it under my new members and reassure them. So I'm just lacking the ability to say to my team, I see it, you're good. So last night we had somebody that wouldn't place their order because the customer didn't have a way to verify, the ambassador didn't have a way to verify. We worked through that. They're contacting customer service. We're okay. But long term, obviously, I don't want to keep bothering customer service for something that we can find. So she was unable to find it in her team first line, and I wasn't able to help as her upline.
Yes. So the search feature won't be able to go into your second line from what I'm hearing, like for legally, but let me try to find something that can show you a bit.
All right. So definitely a difference between downloading the CSV versus just being able to see who's in our whole community, right?
I know, but so here's the thing though, I want to show you on mine. So here's sorry, I'm trying to pull it up. So Brandon isn't really an ambassador, so you can't see inside of her level. And it's gonna be tough with this, but you can see inside them. Like you can see inside the people you need to be in there. So if I click into Brandon's name, I can see team member details.
Okay.
And if you go down, you can see that team performance. The team performance that I showed here. It would be here, and you can see the team members past level 1 is what I'm saying.
Okay. So that would have
Yeah.
worked last night for me to be able to search my team member that was directly under me and then be able to go to her team performance. That's good.
Yes.
For our Facebook group, sometimes I would do the work ahead of time and say, oh, so-and-so's your sponsor. When's the last time you talked to them? But I can't search second or below level now. So I'm hoping that comes back, that's not a compliance issue. I understand the not being able to download the CSV, but the searching through your whole community seems important.
We'll have to be very careful because even first and last names are private information. So obviously you won't be able to see much when you do this. You'll be able to see basic information. So I'll bring it up and we'll talk to legal about what we can do, but understand
Okay.
that what we've been doing before was illegal. So we
Okay.
have to make sure because we have a lot of things going as future updates that will drastically change the way we do business and stuff, which is good improvements for everyone, but we have to make sure that we're compliant for everything, especially with all the new HSA and FSA that we had come in last year, which that is being added to.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. So the other resolution that I feel might work well for that is, and I think the emails are coming back, but if the new member who just signed up got an email saying, hey, you have an account, that would be a great, easy
That's-
way for us to have a resolution.
Yeah, so emails are back now.
Oh, okay, great. Sorry, I can see the chat flying up, but I'm not reading it. Okay, that's fine. I'll go back through. All right,
no,
so,
sorry.
so,
Okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
So is there a way, because we used to be able to take any page on any part of the website and manually add our referral code at the end. So any product page or even the login page. Is there a way to direct somebody directly to log in, making and attaching our referral code? I haven't been able to perfect that.
So you don't want to do that as much because it's less likely they're going to go through the order. But here's the thing, we are updating the referral code system in the back. So that's the next thing we're updating is we're going to be able to send them to the shop pages, the beauty page, the coffee page. So everything that you see here, we're working on currently. Sorry, I'm not sharing my screen anymore. So everything you see here, you'll be able to make a new custom link to, let's say, these pages here. Shop all pages. That way you can send them to the different pages of the website. What you can't do, and if I do this, and I'll talk about this in a second, if you bring them to a page, so obviously it's incognito, so I'm not logged in anymore. This is where you're talking about, right? To a sign up page. We can't do that because this is part of the Shopify, which is outside the system. But if they follow your link and they start making an account, they will be underneath you, even if they don't make a purchase.
Okay. I think once I can confirm that they have signed up, I'm going to feel much better. Our team is going to feel much better.
Well, so
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
those emails exist now. That way you can see the email that someone's signing up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
We'll go Lee. Actually, before you talk, I'm going to share a screenshot because people had a question of what will a customer see if they sign up without a code, but they want to use someone's code. Every single page, and we're working on a better system for this, but if someone signs up, but they don't have a code, so they have an account, but they weren't put into a system, this will be on every single one of these pages, except for RPS. That's because it's account. But so every page you have here will put into what's your referral code, and that's if one of your people came in without a link, and you weren't sitting there with them with a referral code. Let's just say they jumped the gun and they sign up for an account. We made sure to have that pop up everywhere on the website. So they will eventually put your code in there. And again, if they follow your account or your link and they don't do anything for a while and they sign up for a free account later, they will be underneath you after they make their account. Lee?
Hey, Dylan. To follow up with Jill's question, I signed up someone, I think it was Thursday, and I went through it with them on a Zoom where I could see what they were doing. My referral code was there. She applied it, she accepted it, but she's still not showing under my team.
Is this not the one I fixed for you today?
I still don't see it yet under my team. Let me go back in.
Okay. Again, if there's issues with signups for the past week, our customer support team, myself and Duquesne have been working with people. Sabrina, I've already worked with you on yours. But if you have any questions of people who are missing, we can move them back. Like I said, we have a 30-day period to move them. So if the next 4 questions are going to be related to that, we're going to move on past that because we already have an answer for that.
Okay, I've got an email to you and customer support, so I'll follow up. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Verena?
Following up also on this one, because I've got 2 new members who are not showing up. Is it possible that they don't show up because they haven't placed an order yet?
No, if they have an account, again, we are going to move past this topic because again, reach out to myself or customer support and we'll do this and I will answer the question as if I just heard it for the first time. If they follow your links and they sign up, they will be underneath you. If they just signed up only, they have that page. So if they haven't done anything yet, they might have to type in your code. But if that page that I just showed you, that will populate your code as well. So that might be what they're missing. Again,
No, I
if there's-
registered them. I was sitting next to them. So, okay, I follow up with customer support. And just another one, the delivery status is not updating, at least not on my account. So I have received an order, but it's still showing that it's on its way. And this was placed after the new website was launched.
so it arrived though?
It arrived okay, but it's
That's good.
still showing up. But it would be nice if that worked because we have had this issue with the old one as well. And then you can't download the invoice if it's not showing that it arrived.
I'll check that invoice issue because I don't know if that's accurate or not. Because you should be able to download an invoice before it becomes fulfilled.
Okay.
But
Check as
that
well.
might, that's not an that's I'll get with our warehouses and I'll try to see what's going on with the German warehouses because that's an EU thing, I'm assuming.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
There's Christy.
Good morning, Dylan. I just wanted to confirm with you that while you were talking to Jill and explaining how to look at the downline through the ambassador portal, I was able to see my first line and I selected somebody who I knew was an ambassador under me and I clicked on that person and then went to their ambassador portal and I could see the people that he has signed up.
Yes.
So what you were saying in terms of there's not the search to just go and search for somebody, but if you know the person who is questioning somebody being signed up, you can go to that person directly and then search their team and it does show you.
Jill, thank you for confirming that, Nurse Christy. Jill, if you could pop back up. If we added a search bar just for the name, the first and last name inside that, would that be fine to fix your issue? Because
Yeah,
again, we won't be able to, because here's Branda's again. Like I said, you can see the first and last name and you can see their RSP, QRSP. So I can see the points generating from them. And I know some people who are on here who are higher levels, it probably is a encumbersome task to try to find everything. So if we have that level 2 search feature, will that fix everything?
Yes, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I think
And just
I'm a little unique in that, like, running our big group, I try to remind people like, hey, this is your sponsor. I'm probably unique, but yeah, just being able to search a name, that's all I need.
Yeah.
Like who
And
they're
then so I'll
and
show
who the
everyone here
sponsor.
again. You can actually go further than you think you can. So this is inside Branda's. This is Branda's ambassador information. If I click into a name here, I can actually do the same thing. So it's basically like a never-ending search feature as far down as you need to go.
But that means I need to know who their sponsor is, or they need to, so that I could look up, like
Again,
I could
yeah.
figure it out. But if you can do the search second line, that's great.
That will be a much lower priority, obviously, because we have other issues we're dealing with. But that will be something I'll put into the list of what we're doing. But again, every piece of information that you need to find is visible now. It just, again, I understand that it's troublesome to try to go through that. It's just I need you to understand that we do have the ability for you to do that. And then Nurse Christy, do you have another question? Oh, well, anyway, thank you for confirmation of that. Bianca?
Hallo Dylan. Ich habe ein bisschen Probleme, auch mit der Registration. Ich habe auch letzte Woche eine Dame registriert und sie ist nicht in meiner Downline. Es ist auch, ich habe es auch schon an den
Bianca,
Support geschrieben. Warte mal, Dylan, das Problem ist, wir haben auch Sprachprobleme, deshalb spreche ich jetzt auch. Also wenn ich dir schreibe, habe ich manchmal das Gefühl, du verstehst mich auch nicht, weil DeepL übersetzt auch sehr schwierig. Wir müssen das auch mal besprechen können mit euch, ohne dass ihr sagt, oh, sag das nicht nochmal oder so. Wir sind alle mit der Sprachbarriere auch ein bisschen gefordert. Ich denke mal, da spreche ich für viele andere auch. Und wir haben Probleme mit den Registrationen. Und ich traue mich im Moment überhaupt nicht mehr, jemanden zu registrieren. Und ich bin ein bisschen aufgeregt, weil das für mich auch echt schwierig ist, hier vor allen zu sprechen. Aber Ich weiß, ganz viele haben Probleme mit den Registrationen. Und ich habe jetzt auch meinem Team gesagt und ich auch selber, ich werde jetzt nicht weiter registrieren, weil wir kriegen keine vernünftigen Antworten und wir haben auch nicht das Gefühl, dass die bei uns landen. Und wir sehen es auch nicht und wir sind in totalen Blindflug. Und ich möchte euch bitten, dass ihr uns, wo wir mit der Sprachbarriere, mit der englischen Sprache auch ein bisschen Schwierigkeiten haben, auch mal ein bisschen also uns entgegenkommt. Ja.
I've been answering all of your emails. And again, if there is someone on here who I've missed their email, please let me know. But I have answered all of your emails. And I've told you that we're working on any issues. If you don't want to share your code, you don't want to make any more sales, that's completely fine. That's up to you. But understand that we're working on everything, and everything I've seen so far has been automatically switched over. So again, with one out system issues, people using old codes. Go ahead, Daniela.
Okay, hi, I'm sorry. I don't want to intervene or doubt the translator. I'm really sorry. But sometimes things do get lost in translation. And it's not, I mean, Bianca is one of the top-notch distributors over here and always very motivated. And we want to register, but we have like, sometimes it's all Greek to us. And there is indeed sometimes the language barrier because DeepL only goes so far. And then once the misunderstanding starts, it's carried on and nobody knows where to go back to. So she said it's just all really a lot of question marks and still very foggy. And so out of security reasons, she's kind of holding back. It doesn't mean that we don't want to make sales. Quite the opposite is true. We don't even want to imagine the February figures, but it's a new thing, and you've been in on it for a long time, and so for you, it's like probably all okay. What are they asking? But for us, it's like sometimes, and we feel a little bit like duh. So it's not, we don't mean any harm. It's just we want to understand. That's all. Okay. Sorry for interrupting. And the translator is great. So, okay.
If you use your links right now, the new ones, not the old ones, we've had bugs and I've worked them out with other people where old links sometimes work differently, but they always work. It's just sometimes they don't save in the cache. The new links will work. We've had issues in the past though that we've corrected. If you still feel uncomfortable after all the stuff I've worked through with individually, meaning offline here, you don't have to share your codes. You can wait more time. It doesn't matter. Just understand the codes work. I don't know how to make that more clear. We're going to keep moving on. Kathy Jo.
Yeah, is there a place where we can see when our customers' RPS is going to ship? Have I overlooked that?
Well, I know you can see how they're active. I can check it out online though.
Yeah, I have looked multiple places and it'll just say not enabled or active. It would be great if they could add the ship date. Because people forget.
It would be the processing date that we could maybe add there.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Why?
Yeah.
Okay. We could look into adding that. Yes. I'll put it on my list.
Thank you.
Bianca.
Okay, so I have a couple questions. First one, can we see anywhere when new members sign up, and will we be notified through email or through like any way about this? Yeah.
It's the same function. You'll still get emails.
Okay, we get an email that tells us. Okay.
Yes.
And also, are you guys still working? Because I know there was like some of us that had old coupon codes before like the new site launched and they weren't working. I know you guys were working on that. Has it all been completed? Or if I'm still having issues, should I contact customer service again?
If you're having, so that's a rare thing I've been seeing for a couple of people who are probably on this call. If you're missing coupon codes, please email me a screenshot of your missing coupon code section. Please put the whole section in there. I need to see everything, like email and everything like that.
So this one was more like, it's not like coupon codes like for RPS or whatever. It was just like a coupon code like that someone from my team had gifted me. It was created from you guys like for yeah.
If it doesn't work, they might have used it. If not, please reach out with like the coupon code because it might not have transferred over, because individualized coupon codes that were not through the RPS system, if they were held on for too long, it might have run out while we switch over to the new system.
Okay,
so
you want me to reach it? Okay, I send you an email?
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
Okay,
And
thank you.
if it's something we can, I can just redo. We can make a new one, honestly.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Evdokia. Hope I said that right. Do you have a question? Evdokia, if you have a question, you can go and ask that question.
Môžem hovoriť? Ja by som sa chcela spýtať alebo hovoriť za všetkých tých, ktorí nerozumejú po anglicky. Je to aj môj prípad. A ja mám problém s tým, že Dylan hovorí veľmi rýchlo. Na obrazovke, ktorú zdieľa, je to strašne malinké, tie písmenka. Ja troška teda po anglicky rozumiem, viem prečítať, niečo rozumiem, ale je to strašne rýchlo a proste strácam sa v tom. Predo mnou to už niekto hovoril. Ďalšia vec je, že keď sa prihlásim a dám si tam, slovenčinu si nemôžem dať, lebo to je, nie je to preložené, je to preložené do češtiny. Ale je to presne veľmi zlé a je to zavádzajúce. A ja som už takúto situáciu zažila, zrovna s americkou jednou spoločnosťou, kde sa presne menil celý back office, ale oni urobili, možno to bude pre vás také inšpirujúce a možno by to pomohlo viacerým takýmto ľuďom, lebo nás je určite moc. Oni mali normálne pripravené slajdy a na tých slajdoch bolo pekne postupne všetko zdokumentované, ako sa prihlásiť na základe referenčného kódu, čo ďalej robiť, kde je peňaženka, kde si aktivujem Root Prime, proste celý postup pre ambasádorov alebo aj pre ľudí, ktorí si chcú objednať. Lebo ja keď zaregistrujem niekoho a on nevie po anglicky, tak on si nedokáže ani objednať, lebo je to tak preložené. Takže neviem, že či je to zrozumiteľné pre vás, že či neuvažujete o niečom takom, veľmi by nám to pomohlo. A keby sme to potom dostali, že mohli by sme si to stiahnuť a sami si to naštudovať, každý do svojej, alebo si odfotiť ten slajd a už si ho potom viem preložiť na základe prekladača. Prekladač by mi to preložil.
Thank you for your input. I would recommend getting with your top line ambassador so they can help you understand the website. Unfortunately, I don't have the time on this call because we have a lot of questions to go through and individually, sorry, I'll slow down my talking, individually teach every single person. I really hope that your upline is reaching out and helping you learn the back end because that's what the role of an ambassador is. As we've stated, the website's going through updates and functions, so I can put in that we might get Slovak as a language. We only had, I think, 15 total put in there, so we'll look to upgrading. Thank you. Jennifer?
Hi, you're doing great, by the way, on slowing down on the speaking, so kudos. Thank you. One other thing I had forgot to ask, my apologies. On the old website, under Root Prime, it had the VIP contact button where we could send it to customer support. Will that come back after
Yes.
everything's said and done?
That will come back very soon. That's one of our updates we're currently going through.
Okay. I kind of figured because they're probably swamped. And then I wanted to commend the customer support because they have helped me. There were 2 orders that didn't get processed due to the migration. And I just reached out to say, hey, I received it. And I got a response saying we hadn't gotten to you yet, but thank you for letting us know. And I just wanted to say, not congrats, but kudos to them too.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and before we keep going, I do want to mention if you're in the platinum or silver chats, I'm pretty sure you've realized over the past week we've updated a ton of different things. We are every single day and night working to upgrade issues, correct things that are bugs in the system. And as obviously we know, we have 300,000 customers in the system. There, as I mentioned, well before back in October when we first started doing this, there were going to be bugs. There was no way that the system, if anyone's ever worked in tech before, or if anyone's ever worked in any kind of data transferring centers, it's impossible to accept or anticipate a 100% guarantee. So I do want to reiterate, this is the first week and a half from this launch of a website. I really want to make sure everyone understands our IT team, excuse my language, is kicking butt. They are really outworking themselves. And in fact, Ahmed, if you guys know him, if you are in group chats with him, share a thank you to him, because I understand that this is your livelihood, but this is a lot of work for their team, our team. So I want to keep going with the questions, but understand that if we've talked about something already, I promise you it's on my list. I promise you if you've already emailed me or if you emailed customer support, we are working through that. I promise we have upgrades and debugging happening right now. So we will get through every kind of questions you have. I'm going to go ahead and go to Kathleen.
Hi, Dylan. Roland, könntest du eventuell übersetzen? Mir fällt es jetzt auch schwer, mich hier zu melden, aber was muss, das muss. Und ich habe jetzt auch über die Woche einfach auf der neuen Webseite gestöbert, aber ich meine jetzt gar nicht mitbekommen zu haben, wo ich die ganzen Dokumente finde, Patente und so weiter. Ich weiß nicht, ich habe jetzt überall geschaut, aber vielleicht könnte man mir das nochmal irgendwie aufzeigen.
So yeah, we mentioned this last time, and that's a big question. We actually removed the documents tab for right now. The goal is for every document that you see to be not a document. And I'll show you what it's supposed to look like in the future. We'll have a documents tab. Sorry, I'll talk slow. We will have a documents tab where we'll put the compensation plan, we'll put everything like that in there. But for product specific, like you're asking, we are going to put it on the website itself. That way you can see it when you look into the products. So as Clean Slate has, I'll share my screen again. And this is a goal, obviously, as we know going forward, we don't know how it's going to look, but the goal would be to have stuff here or here on every product and pack. That way you don't have to go to another tab to see the benefits or to see the dosage guidelines. So we're going to try to make it more streamlined for ambassadors to put it on this page. That way it's less work for the ambassador and more front facing to the customer. So that is something we're working on. Just know that, and also if anyone saw the documents tab, I did not like the look of those documents. It was a mess. So the goal here is the marketing team is currently, I'm sure Marty's on here, he can attest to this. We are currently redoing all of our documents, but instead of doing it as a PDF, we'll do it as a downloadable form on the website so it can automatically translate to languages. That way we don't have to waste time.
Perfekt, vielen Dank. Und ich wollte einfach auch, wenn ich mich jetzt schon nochmal hier reingeschalten habe, einfach nochmal Danke sagen für das, was ihr alles für uns tut. Das musste ich jetzt einfach loswerden. Danke einfach an alle.
No, thank you. I'll keep reiterating that one because I do know the documents tab is very important. And again, we have 3 IT guys. I'll make sure that that's on the list as the next priority as we're talking through all these things. I think we'll probably go search function for Jill's team. That way they can do the level 2 searches and below. And then we'll also look for adding these documents throughout the website. Verena.
Yes, thank you. I was wondering when there will be some tutorials, because obviously a lot of people can't attend today, and I haven't seen any recording buttons so far. So we need some, well, videos or like screenshots like Marty did with documents, but showing all the functions really for our teams.
Yes.
Is something that's being worked on already, or is this further down in the list?
Yeah, that's in the process of being created. As these guys, the other 2 guys, Dylan and Duquesne and the IT team and the customer service team are just making sure everything is set to go. When everything is really good and really looking great, our plan is to make these documents for everybody to do.
Okay.
Heidi.
Ja, ich werde Ende Woche werde ich bei einer Downline in
tieferen Ebenen eine Ärztin einschreiben. Aber ich muss wirklich wissen, wie das dann geht mit dieser Registration, und was ich brauche und benötige, ist eine Drittanbieterliste mit den aktuellen Preisen der Schweiz. Verstehe nicht.
So let me try to go through this in order, which actually might help the last lady who had a question. When you go to your account, if it's someone who's going to buy a product, your referral link will work to sign them up at checkout. If they don't sign up right then, help them make an account, and then what will happen is when they go and they log in, as soon as they log in, what they're going to see is this. This is a screenshot. So when they're on this page, if you notice, every page here has the referral code to add in. So this is someone who just made an account, but has not bought a product yet. So they have an account in the system, but they didn't type in your referral. They didn't follow the link. This is like, let's say someone just wants a free account, but never wants to buy. What will happen is as soon as they log in, these tabs here, except for My RPS, because that's its own special tab, will have a referral code section. And I think that's, Verena, for some of the issues that you've seen, we didn't realize that that was going to be an issue. So over the weekend, we actually created, or maybe it was last Thursday or Friday, that was an update to correct the free sign-up issues that people were noticing. That's why I'm saying the links fully work. But for getting a free account, they'll have a second screen after making their account for the root brands to type in the referral code. Due to Shopify's restrictions, there is no referral code section when you're making that account, because you notice it goes off that page and goes away. So I'm hoping that's very clear for everyone. And I do apologize if I did not say that correctly the first time, but that was an update that we did towards the end of last week due to people pointing out that needs to be there. So hope that makes sense. And that's how you sign someone up without using a link and without them buying a product. That's just for free account. Michelle.
Hi.
Okay.
Is that me?
Yes, you can talk.
Hi, Dylan. Hi. Hey, I just so that I know how to plan ahead, I had placed an order back on, well, there was actually a couple of orders on the 1st and 2nd of February, and they were almost 2 weeks getting here. Was that just an anomaly? Because I've never had that happen before.
Someone else from the EU can attest. I've actually never seen order dates that long. Obviously, once it leaves our facilities, we're at the mercy of DHL or UPS. But can anyone here who's in the EU, or sorry, was it US that you were ordering?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
in Ohio.
Perfect. Yeah,
I mean, I know we've changed delivery people, and then we've changed the website. And I didn't know if it was just, in all of that confusion, something just maybe got delayed or something. But
I have not seen shipping that slow. If you want to send me your order number, I'll be happy to look into it further. And just to give a further update, we have not fully transitioned to our new shipper, which will be Geodis. We are still using ShipBob, which that's what we are leaving them mid-March. We're in the current process of changing the shipping, which will help out all shipping for the North America's, UK and Australia. Oh, and South Africa too. So we're in the middle of that, but that took a backseat to the website, unfortunately.
Well, mine's been arriving through Amazon, where it was coming through just postal service.
So what they do for our shipping warehouses, it's that 3PL will find and they'll partner with the best service to get to your area. For example, if someone orders to a PO box in the United States, you have to ship it through USPS because that's how you get to postal boxes. UPS works for there. We have one called Uni, Amazon. It's not coming from Amazon. When the tracking says from Amazon, that's actually just a shipping courier. So the Amazon truck will take it and they'll give it to you. And that's based on your location and based on so you're Ohio, so it's probably it'll come from the Illinois warehouse we have.
Right.
I've never heard of a 2 weeks shipping. That's a long time.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was driving myself nuts because I was sure it was here and I kept looking for it. And then one day it just showed up and I'm like, oh, there it is. So I just thought maybe with everything was going on, something, that like I say, has never happened before. So I didn't know I've got my RPS coming up here soon. And I thought, well, if I need to account for some delays in my shipping, I need to have a bigger order. So
No, trust
yeah.
me. That's an anomaly. I'm surprised it happened. So don't worry about that. And in fact,
Dylan,
Okay, great.
it'll be much faster later.
All right, no
Dylan,
problem. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to butt in. I just wanted to let you know I had a couple of customers that happened to as well. And they were going to reach out to me and then their package showed up. So I don't know if it has to do with the system also, but I did also have a couple of people. I just wanted to let you know.
All good. It's not the system because all we do is directly send. It's now automated. That's why we can do RPS directly. We send it used to be one SLA day, but since last week we've now done it automatically, which is again why RPS can now function from today's processing date. But no, the orders will actually be faster once we move to Geodis. We'll have 2 to 3 day shipping max from point of order for North America, that is. Anyway, going to Kathy Joe.
Hey, two things. That happened to me as well. 2 weeks out getting my orders, but I just figured everything changing over. But I live in the same town as Michelle, so maybe it was something here. And also, can Marty post the link for the patent website?
Yes, it's
Yes, I
Dear
can.
Pat. Yeah, go ahead, Marty. I'll let you do
Thank
your
you.
thing. And Brina,
I would just
long
like
time no here.
to check on the referral code because I mean you have seen then when Bianca told you that she can't find new members and I can't find some and some others can't find new first line members. I really just want to double check because we kept hearing during the past 2 weeks that the old codes are still working, but then you earlier mentioned and you checked the new ones are working fine. So, I mean, should we really now switch to the new ones because it's not 100% sure that the old ones are working?
So this has been cleared for a while, but I'll have Clayton make a statement. The old referral codes work now because the IT team made a webhook to allow them to redirect back to the website. You should start right now using new codes. That's what we started. Like, we're not going to take away your old codes usages, but the old website is now in the back end, and those codes go to that website. So if you think about it like this, the code goes to the old website that will soon no longer exist. That code gets webhooked, redirected to the new website. So it was a huge IT struggle to try to do that. But now understand, we're going to have that active. We're still paying for the old website. That old website will no longer exist probably in a month or so. We're allowing that to exist for a while to allow ambassadors who have websites, who have blogs to update to the new codes. But understand, it's not going to be forever. And I thought that was a very well-known thing, but that's why I think Jill's team had an issue recently. I was like, we'll just start updating your codes because that's the easiest answer is to start doing that.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, and Daniela, it's the old codes will not work after the old website gets taken away. We have the old website running right now, but again, as a company, it's not sustainable. Obviously, we're biting the bullet to pay for that extra website. That way, the ambassadors can still use their old codes for now. We didn't want anyone to be out of the stuff they use. Obviously, we know the websites take time to update. People have landing pages. People have Facebook.
What?
People have YouTube videos that have links in the bottom of the descriptions. Understand that now's the time to start updating those. Yes,
I got one last question, Dylan.
Okay. Go ahead, Nurse Chrissy.
Okay, if somebody doesn't like Shopify and they log in with their with the other option using their email, are they gonna still end up in Shopify at the end when they're doing the checkout, or is that just the login with the verification code?
There might be a confusion here. Our website is hosted on Shopify.
Okay.
So a website is, our old one was hosted on WooCommerce, which did not have the functionality to do the new translations and switching over the different currencies. That's why we were locked in with just USD and Euro, because the WooCommerce website was not up as fast running and up to date as Shopify is. Shopify is more of an international, housing space.
Okay.
But so our website is hosted on Shopify now.
Okay. Just so I know how to talk to people. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing to have that, and that extra security is one of the reasons we had Shopify. So that account, and one of the other updates I need to mention here, you can now use texting and even biometrics to log in. So it's not just your email codes. If you want to log in, so my phone has biometrics, and I put screenshots in the Platinum chat, I believe. If you want to log in to your phone, you can set it up to where you use your face and I think thumbprint as well. And then if you don't want to do that, whatever phone you put on your account, you can also have it text you the code instead of email the code. And then we did confirm this, that once you log in, you can click keep me signed in, so you can be signed in. That was one of the biggest updates that took us quite a bit of time the first week. So we want to
Okay.
see that.
So that goes into my next question, because I have and I missed the first call that you guys did. I don't know what happened, but this might have already been addressed. But I have like my mom, I have 2 children, I have several people that have pretty severe medical issues,
Mhm.
and I manage all of their accounts.
Yes.
My mom
Legally
will say,
speaking,
change my RPS.
yes.
My son will say, I need more clean slate.
Mhm.
So logging in right now, currently, it's
They will have to
virtually
get permission.
impossible.
Yes.
So,
So again, legally speaking, when we go forward with the other updates Clayton wants to put on the website, you have to have permission from someone to use their credit cards. And in fact, I think it may have been Roger or Jens on the Platinum chat mentioned, you better have a power of attorney if you're using someone else's credit card information and using a website as their name. But again, legally speaking, you have to have permission. And even if you set it up to where, again, you can set someone's RPS for them, that won't change for a full month. If you have to change it, it's not like you're doing it every day. You can log into your son's account whenever you want to. It's your son. I'm assuming that'd be an easy contact. But
yeah.
as we go forward, we get more things such as HSA, FSA, when we start doing other things in the background, which I'm sure some people on this call know what I'm talking about. The further we go down this path of, international compliance, we have to make sure our company is in good standing with all legal. And so that means people can't just log in randomly to other people's accounts. It's a violation of basically every law for most countries.
Okay, so those people,
I mean, how many people do you really, don't answer this out loud. I'm just trying to say it so everyone here can understand. I'm assuming there's not, and Sophie's a question. Yeah, there's solutions you can do from what I've just said. There's easy solutions if you think about it. Work with the people on there. But there's no way around this. We have to be legally compliant.
I understand that. I'm just wondering.
I'm not gonna lie, the answer is call them and say I'm logging into your account. When the phone number pops up to text you something, what's the code? It'll take 2 seconds, and I know it's encumbersome, but remember, everyone on here is an ambassador. You're getting
Yeah.
paid to do that. If that's what you're doing for your customers who are in need of help, you're getting paid a commission every time that happens. And you probably aren't changing people's passwords or not passwords, sorry, aren't changing people's RPSs 3 times a month. If you
No.
have 5 people you have to help out, that's 5 times once a month, or just set them on RPS and forget about it. Again, that's
Okay.
it. I can't, that's been an issue, I know, but we've tried to give more login out information and possibilities. We just can't do anything else. We can't give you access to someone's private information.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's what you shared as far as the password and them being on the phone, and that's great. That's fine. Thank you.
I do want to go through what Wendy Sims is mentioning here. So Wendy, I do like the idea Vanya actually just created a dummy account today. What we'll do is we'll start doing some things here, and I'll get with Marty, and we'll do some clear tutorials on. We'll get 1-minute clip videos, Marty, what we can do, and just understand. We'll put those videos out. Now, when we put those out, my request is to help the company out. If you're in a platinum chat and we give a video of how to do this, maybe walk your downline through this. We're based in the US, and we'll try our best to make everything language appropriate for everywhere we are, but understand we're probably not going to have everyone understanding it. So we'll just have to have help from the platinums, and we'll try to do something like that. Agnes, sorry for making you wait so long.
Pas de souci, merci. J'ai une question concernant le grade. Le 13, 14 et 15 février, je suis repassée Silver. Et ensuite, il y a un client qui a passé une commande, un client en dessous de moi. Et je suis repassée au grade d'en dessous et le Silver n'apparaît pas. Il apparaît pas il y a 3 jours, mais il y a 1 an. Il s'est pas mémorisé. Alors, comment faire?
Just send me a screenshot. We've had other complaints about so one of the issues we had was, if you notice, some people mentioned this out, QRSP was not adding up correctly. It wasn't adding people's PSP underneath you as that. So it was missing your CSP, your customer sales points. So it should be all up to date now, but as of Wednesday or Thursday, we had it was calculating correctly on the root sales points total, but it was looking different in your back end. The actual algorithm was correctly doing it, but the front facing side you saw was showing a different number. So everything is correct. It might be correct now, but I'll double check yours and make sure of that too. Okay. We are actually past our time. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to end here. Again, customer support's helpline. Vanya, if you could go ahead and just put the customer support line in the chat here. Anytime you have a question with this, please feel free to contact them. If you have questions of what the website might look like in the future, what our upgrades are going to be, or if you have an idea such as like Jill's for the search bar, it's things like that, let us know and we'll start putting this to the list. I have about a 3-page list on Google Docs that we're sharing with the IT team that we're slowly going down this list. Trust me, we're doing everything, and every idea you've given us, as long as we are allowed to do it, we have been putting them in. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. We're going to end this here. Have a good day.